Dana, perhaps that angry ocean video Dan sent us is a small preview to what we can expect this weekend as some stormy weather is on the way.
Exactly right. We are going to see some higher surf, some increased chance of rip currents, along with a lot of rain that we've got coming in for Saturday. The good news is that it'll clear out pretty quickly, so Sunday will end up being not too bad of a day, but today kind of felt like the precursor for what we have coming over the weekend. A bit of a cloudier day. We did see some breaks of sunshine later in the day, but earlier today in Portland it was drizzling, it was foggy, so overall not a super nice day out there. We started to see a couple of showers pop up, relatively light in nature. These are ahead of the cold front that'll be moving in for tomorrow, and we're just going to increase in terms of shower activity over the next few hours. We'll see that in the hour by hour here. So to our west, that's where a cold front is going to be moving in, and it's going to interact with the remnants of Philippe coming up from our south, which is they're going to interact with each other, which gives us higher rainfall totals and more rain than we would see typically with just one of these systems moving through. So we're expecting the heaviest rain to move through the mid-coast and down east areas. It's going to start around noon and then going to last throughout the afternoon. The heaviest rain is going to be overnight Saturday into early Sunday morning, but this is going to be a quick system. So a lot of us are going to start to dry out by early on Sunday. Take a look. This is Sunday at 10 a.m. Western Maine is seeing some sunshine. The showers will hang out in northern Maine up in the county a little bit longer into a Sunday afternoon, but overall it doesn't end up being too bad of a day there, and we can see by the time we get into early Monday, things are going to be clearing out, at least in terms of the rainfall. So we're going to see between 2 and 4 inches of rain, especially in the mid-coast area, which does give us an elevated risk of flash flooding, which is something that we'll be keeping an eye on here tomorrow. We're also going to have some higher wind gusts as well, especially once again in the mid-coast to down east areas, which could cause some isolated power outages. So that's just something to keep in mind over the next few days, but that's why it's a good news that the storm is going to move through relatively quickly. So we'll see some impacts from this throughout the day on Saturday. So the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch for much of eastern Maine. They've also issued a wind advisory. This is in effect for Hancock and Washington counties until Sunday at 6 a.m. They've also issued a high surf advisory. This is for all along the coast for higher waves and the increased risk of rip currents. So I tried to summarize everything here into the weekend headlines. So if you're in western Maine, you're going to see flooding, particularly in flood-prone areas, as well as it being a bit more windy, so it might bring down some branches and some leaves off the trees. Mid-coast to down east, this is where we're going to see an elevated risk of flooding, and some higher wind gusts may cause some scattered power outages throughout this area. And then along the coast is where we'll see high surf and the chance of rip currents. So for tomorrow morning, marine forecast sees 4 to 6, and the gale watch will be in effect from Saturday evening until early Sunday morning. So for our 7-day forecast, the main event in this 7-day forecast is obviously what we're going to be looking at over the weekend. It's a lot of rain in a short amount of time, which is why flash flooding is going to be a concern here. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on that throughout the day tomorrow, and then things clear up throughout the rest of the weekend. So Alex, Saturday is a good day for any indoor related fall activities. The outdoor ones maybe we'll save for Sunday.
All right. Thank you, Dana.